Finally, we have part 3 of the Superstar Special. We're going to see the last 5 on my list of celebrity guest stars. So number 5 is Rock Hudson in Palm Springs. Now, Rock Hudson was, of course, a major heartthrob in Hollywood. He appeared in a lot of romantic comedies with Doris Day. But in this episode, Lucy and Ethel are in Palm Springs. They're away from Ricky and Fred. And Rock Hudson appears to tell Lucy and Ethel this elaborate story of this husband who had a habit. And it led to this couple getting into a serious argument. And it's a great episode because, of course, Rock Hudson is fantastic in it. But the story itself that he tells is fabulous, and he tells it so beautifully. So that's why he's on this list. Number 4 is Harpo Marx in Lucy and Harpo Marx. Of course, Harpo is part of the Marx Brothers, very famous and iconic comedy trio in Hollywood.
Hello? Hello?
Hey! Take your hat off. Can't you see the ladies? Come on, take it off.
So a lot of the stunts that Harpo does on I Love Lucy was seen in the clip that I just showed you. Of course, Lucy dresses up as Harpo. We get the very famous mirror scene. That is a very iconic moment now. But this episode is one of the most popular Hollywood episodes out of the entire Hollywood season. Number 3 is Van Johnson in The Dancing Star. I love this episode. Van Johnson is great. He is another famous celebrity. He was a singer, actor, dancer. Of course, here's a clip of him when he appeared on What's My Line.
Have you ever starred in a religious picture based on biblical stories?
I played a priest once.
Miss Francis?
Everybody's been in a religious picture. Are you, rather than the juvenile, are you a full-fledged leading man?
I hope so.
Yes, Mr. Lewis?
Are you about to appear in summer stock in our area?
Yes.
Miss Kilgallen?
Are you married? Isn't everybody?
Separated.
Mr. Sheriff?
That's right.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Are you more of a, you feature playing more in drama than comedy?
No.
5 down and 5 to go, Miss Francis.
A comedian who is on the summer circus, driving me crazy. Have you been part of a series in television?
No.
No, and actually, we're beginning to run out of time, so you can all take your masks off, and somebody finally beat you. Van Johnson.
Van Johnson is great in this episode because, of course, Lucy performs this very beautiful dance and song with him. I love this episode so much. I love this moment. Van Johnson performs so beautifully, and of course, Lucy does with him as well. So number 2 is the big guy, John Wayne, in Lucy and John Wayne. Now, John Wayne was a huge star. He was a Western idol. Here's a clip of him when he performed on What's My Line.
Of our program, the appearance of our mystery celebrity, for which my friends on the panel are always blindfolded. The blindfolds all in place, panel? Yes, sir. Good. Will you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please? All right. As you know, panel, in the case of our mystery challenger, we go to a different form of questioning. You ask one question at a time, in turn, moving clockwise. And we begin it all with Dorothy Kilgallen.
Are you now, or have you ever been in the top 10 of the movie box office personalities?
Jawohl. Mr. Sir?
Have you ever appeared in epic motion pictures? Great big epics?
Yes, Miss Francis?
Are you in a picture which has opened recently in New York?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
I'm afraid our audience helped us on that. There aren't many people who'd get that much applause.
Well, thank you very much, Dorothy, and thank you.
So as you can see there, John Wayne was a huge star. It makes sense why Lucy wanted to steal his footprints from Grauman's Chinese Theater, and that leads to the episode when John Wayne appeared on the show. John Wayne himself wanted to appear on the show. He asked to be on the show, which I think is a fun fact, and he just has to keep doing his footprints over and over again. It's such a funny episode, and it's just great to see John Wayne in a very comedic role on the show. Here's my sports star bonus. Some sports stars that appeared on the show. We have Jimmy DeMaret in the golf game. He was a famous golfer. And Johnny Longden in Lucy and the Loving Cup. He was an award-winning jockey. So those are two sports stars. But then William Holden in LA at Last is my number one pick. William Holden was a Hollywood star. He was just this heartthrob. He was so great. Here's a clip of him when he appeared on What's My Line.
Mystery celebrity, for which I have to ask my friends on the panel to blindfold themselves again. Blindfolds all in place, panel?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Good. Will you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please? As you know, in the case of our mystery celebrity, we go to a different form of questioning. You ask one question at a time in turn, moving clockwise. And let's begin it with Arlene Francis.
Are you part of the entertainment world?
Are you part of the entertainment world?
What?
Well, since it's a political year, I'll give you an honest answer. Yes and no.
And I'll straighten it out a bit. Yes, Mr. Sir.
Would you be primarily known as a motion picture star?
Yes, sir.
Miss Kilgallen?
Well, since you're sounding like a comedian, are you really a straightaway leading man?
I guess would you repeat that, ma'am?
Well, you know how it is on this program. If a Frenchman comes on, he puts on an English accent, and if it's an American, he puts on a French accent, and you sounded sort of funny. So... All right,
Walter Brennan ain't going to like that.
Who isn't going to?
Walter Brennan ain't going to like that.
Oh, all right. I'll ask it the other way then, more directly. Are you a comedian?
No, ma'am.
What?
That's what I meant.
Mr. Lewis.
You mean, sir, you're a leading man?
I reckon.
Is that your question, Mr. Lewis?
Well, no.
All right, this time we'll let it stand. You have another question.
You're a leading man in motion pictures. Are you in New York to publicize the opening of some forthcoming triumph?
Yes, sir.
Miss Francis.
Well, did you tell me about it on my own program last week? And is your name Legion? William Holden?
William Holden is right.
So William Holden was an iconic star. In LA at Last, he appears. He's at the Brown Derby. He is hilarious in this episode, of course. Lucy's watching him. He turns the tables on her and he watches her. And then we get the scene where he's at their hotel room. She fixes her nose up. And then Lucy kisses William Holden, and we get the very, very iconic line, "I kissed Bill Holden," and she passes out. That is such a great line. He's a great celebrity to kick off the Hollywood episodes. So that's why he's my number one pick. So I hope you enjoyed this 3-part series on my superstars. These Hollywood stars are so great. I think seeing the celebrities is what makes the Hollywood episodes some of the most well-known episodes of all episodes on I Love Lucy. Let me know what your favorite celebrity was, and I'll be happy to read those in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. And remember to always inspire change.